I'm Chris, and this is my replacing your main water line to your house video. So I went ahead and trenched it about 8 or 9 inches. We gotta go at least 12 inches. This has an old style meter box. I went ahead and pulled it because I wanted to see what was existing. We'll draw a picture showing what comes from the main up to here and what is considered the customer side and the city side. So you can see I ran a string right here from the meter, and we're gonna pull it. Even with our string line, we got off a little bit up there. So right now we're just replacing the metal line. It's rusted so bad and it cannot be repaired. I don't have my tripod, so I'm holding the phone, and those are all the tools that we're gonna need for the digging. One of the things that's gonna catch you off guard are roots. So that's why we have the Sawzall with the long blade. You can't see them in this video, but there are at least 20, and they will double the time of the job. See the big one right there? Let's cut it out. Okay, look at that. Crazy root. So the red dirt by the meter is very, very hard to dig. We're letting it fill up with water, and I'm gonna let this sit overnight because that part right there, like I said, is extremely difficult to dig. I wore myself out. So my house has a galvanized 3/4 inch line from the meter to the house, and it has a leak in it. I patched it, and it just got worse and worse. The pipe is so corroded on the outside that I cannot make a repair, so we have to replace the whole thing. So we're gonna be putting in 3/4 inch schedule 40 PVC. That's what I'm using. This isn't a debate about what is best to use. Use whatever you want. So it's been 15 years since I've done this type of work, so I forgot what all the parts are called. But we have this PVC adapter that adapts it to brass. And right here, this connection is what they call the customer side, meaning that any leak from right here to your house is your responsibility, not the MUD district, PUD district, the city. It's yours. Okay, the yellow is going to be brass. It has a brass nipple and then a brass meter. And it uses a special meter washer. We'll show it. So these meters come in different sizes, so you have to check yours out. Right here is the city side, meaning that your MUD district, PUD district, water company, whatever, is responsible for anything leaking past the meter nipple, that meter gasket, all that stuff is the city's responsibility. They have to repair it. So this is your curb stop. It's a little gate valve or ball valve. It'll have like a little minus sign. Whenever it's in the direction of the meter, it's on, and whenever it's crossed, it's off. So we'll be shutting it off. So that's a curb stop. It's a shut-off valve. And this is what you turn off when you make any repairs right here. So in City of Houston, they use copper lines. This orange is going to be copper, and it should be 1 inch. It could be 3/4 inch. And then it goes into I believe these are called corporation stops. I'm not sure, but it's another valve, ball valve. And if the minus sign is in the direction, that means it's on. Crossways, it's off. And then it's threaded into a saddle. So the water main is the big water pipe in the ground. So it's this piece that bolts to the water main, and it allows them to put a drill in there and drill it while it's hot with pressure, pull it out and close that valve. And that's called a water tap. So this is all underground. We're gonna shut that off to make the repairs. You want your meter to be in dirt. The dirt is going to insulate it. You'll see how we kind of cover it up right there, but you want to leave this exposed. You'll see how we do it. But the dirt, remember, is insulation for freezing. You have to check the depth of your line if you live in a freezing place. I live in Houston, Texas, and 12 inches is about as deep as you need to go here. So you try to avoid 90-degree bends in plumbing. So I run 245s. People run 90s all day and night. Do what you want, just showing you what I'm doing in case you don't see it in the video. So ignore what you see in the video because I ran out of 3/4 inch pipe. So we just rigged it so I could take a shower tonight. So if you have a nicer type house, they'll run this into the garage so it's insulated, but mine is outside. You want a hose bib on there because you want to be able to flush this line out and drain it during the freeze. So I'm going to put my hose bib kind of low. We're not going to have it in the video because I ran out of 3/4 inch pipe. You research what you have to and you plumb it the way you want to. That is not the point of this video. So I want a hose bib probably 8 inches above the ground. It's gonna look weird, but it's gonna be very functional. And then I'm gonna put my shutoff valve or gate valve right under the house. So you wanna go ahead and lay it down and test fit it, make sure nothing's in a bind. I'm taking a claw hammer and clawing out that channel and fitting the pipe comfortably. Things get all muddy, just open this up a little bit. So this is your meter nipple and meter gasket. You might have to go to your water company to get this. This is some pipe dope. There's nothing wrong with using Teflon tape for the threads. Just tighten it up a little bit. Do not over tighten this. You don't want it bulging. Looks good. Primer. Get the edge. Push them and then twist them. And hold it. All right, we have a uniform glue joint. Now that's ready to go. Okay. Hold the meter when you tighten it. Just snug it up. Good. So after tightening that up, the pipe's actually floating. Just fill it up comfortably. Don't put this in there. So we're going to reposition the box so we can access the curb stop better. It was up against it like that. So now we have more access to the curb stop. They can still read the meter. And we're going to set it to grade. Or you can set it to grade with just a piece of pipe. There you go. That's grade. And not even 30 minutes later, looking a lot better. So we have the sharpshooter and the claw hammer. Let's get an idea how we trench this out. And notice the pipe is over a foot deep. Go ahead and start backfilling that. So we have the pipe sitting right there, and we have a hole full of water when we need to connect it to the existing PVC. So we have a Sawzall. All this is changing. We just need to get water back to the house for tonight so I can take a shower. This is how you're gonna look. You're pretty much gonna be filthy like this. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that line right there. See it? Now we're gonna see it right there. All right, so we removed that much of the old pipe because we don't want that under the PVC. It can cause it to get holes. They bedded the pipe with rocks, so we need to lift this up just a little bit. I like to hand set the pipe like this and just kind of set it where you want. And we're trying to keep it 90 degrees because we're going up to the house now. This is just temporary, like I said. So it's crooked, it's just hanging there. It'll straighten up. Let that glue dry 100%. It says it dries real fast, but let it dry for 15-30 minutes just to be super safe. All right, so then you're gonna find a hose bib. That's a straight shot line. And you wanna go ahead and open that up full blast, 100%. Make sure that glue's dried 100%. It's been dried for over 15 minutes. Now this is a million times better than it was before. So in case you don't know about meters, that little star thing, if it's moving at all, sometimes you have to watch it for a few seconds. You have a leak in your house. I just crack them on a little bit at first, see if we got some water flow. See, poopy brown water, dirt, all that stuff you want out of there. And whenever you glue PVC, you might smell that glue in there. It'll go away. All right, see, we got clean water now. Just open them all. Okay, so air in the lines, that's completely normal. Ah, it's hot water. Damn. And if your water is white color coming out, that means the water plant has a problem with over airing the hydro tank. And then once you feel confident, turn your water on 100%. All the way 100% like that. See, it's in line with the meter. And then now that's off, just in case you don't know. We're 100% on right now. This actually goes in there like that. Like that. This is so they can read the meter, not spy on you. Beautiful. People wonder why I haven't finished my house. I have a few things like that going on. And that's one of those jobs that I put off for months and months and months until my water bill started going to $250. So there we go, fixed a leak, saved at least $1,000 for sure. And that PVC line will last my entire lifetime. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.